from all around Geelong. I'm here to tell you how football...
Up it goes. And Bolton probably got the most of that one as it comes down for East Geelong. Comes off hands. Ricky O'Toole. Ferguson in there as well. He'll tackle him. Up they go again. Bolton again. He's probably started off this quarter well. Off hands. Mawson gets the kick. Comes down. Sponner. Oh, it's bounced well for Sponner. He gets a little handball away. No, sells the dummy. Sells some candy. Turns around. He's missed it. 11 East Geelong, North Geelong 6-5-35. 6-5-41, I should say. Get my scoring right.
See, that's the start they needed again. You know, a simple kick going back at his natural side needed to finish that off.
Ball's come back in and Fitzsimmons has taken the mark for North Geelong. He'll drive the ball up the outer wing. He's looking for Hollands. Bolton's going to get to him. Hollands brings the ball to Grant Ferguson, can't do the work. Bryant comes up with it, comes over the top then to right. He gets it to Van Creek and through the centre of the ground now. A lead on from Biggs, strong mark from Biggs. Late punch away on behalf there of Williamson, who's the man that Dale thinks should go forward. But it's Biggs, Toby with the ball for North Geelong. Gets a lead from Podner, good lead, not checked well. And who was that there? That was Reece Cameron, your other man. You want to go forward?
See, this is the difference. Like I said, you got quality kicks going in and a good spread and blokes leading up to the contest. Whereas the other end of the ground, I just don't know whether the blokes have got in those positions are going to do it. This is why I reckon that Cameron has to go forward. I just think he's a great lead-up player and he is a good mark.
Blake Podner's probably going to kick from about 40 here. He's pretty much directly in front. Kicks through the ball. It doesn't hold up like it did the other end, but as Dale just said, he did shank it, and it'll be a minor score to North Geelong. 6-6-42. North Geelong 3-9-27 on Grandy Cycle and Sports scoreboard.
So Ricky O'Toole brings the ball in, long kick out, but it's Fitzsimmons who takes the mark. He's going to take North Geelong back into attack. Again, goes in long, goes back towards the goal square. Player back there, Miller in front, Vetter. Spoil comes on, front of the contest, picked up. Handball comes out, it's swung around, and the smother was good from the defence. Out of the back line comes Fernandez. Handball's over the top, goes to Chalice. Chalice further around the ground. Good body there from Chamberlain, can't get possession of it. Works towards the boundary line. So these two boys doing a fair bit of the work. Ball comes down the front. Fitzsimmons can't pick the ball up. Hands and knees. Bolton does the work. Hollands is also down getting dirty. Picks the ball up. Ball goes back towards Marsh. He feeds the ball forward. Goes to the centre wing. Chamberlain taps the ball over the top. Clever play. Gets it back himself. Goes looking for Molan in front. Didn't take the mark. Take possession. Matheson. Good pressure. Handball comes up to Sponner. Sponner also needs support. Ball over the ball. Looks like Chamberlain, De Blasio in front, taps the ball forward. Mawson's there, handballs, doesn't get a clean pick up. Picked up by Molan. He looks for Mawson again, tries to shrug a tackle.
11-9, Anarchy 5-5.
So the ball thrown back into play. Jared Bryant goes back and retrieves it for North Geelong. Gets around the first one. Went to feed the handball. Spoiled from Marsh. Picked up there by De Blasio. He's tackled. Ball comes out. Hands up in the hands of Davis. Davis goes towards goal. And guess what? It's hit the post. So trail North Geelong on 6 goals, 6-42. Ball comes in quickly. Van Creeken goes quickly. Hollands. I reckon he's positioned himself nicely. The running player is Fitzsimmons through the middle of the ground. This is what they do well. They get through the contest and out the back. Ball to the half-forward line. Coming back there. Sam Clark picks the ball up, has support. Podner went the wrong way, went back to collect it, got a little bit of a trip there for...
In they come, no one takes that. Chalice does the work though over the back, gets the rove, gets a hand away now. Bad kick though, goes straight up in the air. And I tell you what, Parker's going to be underneath and he's going to take the mark for North Geelong. Wing position right in front of the commentary position. Not a lot of options long, plenty of options short. He's going to go that short option and he's going to find Van Creeken. Van Creeken right on the wing. Looking for some options, and again, East Geelong flooding back. Van Creeken called to play on now. I'm going to go back to Parker, who's going to come onto the boundary side. Looking for Clark. Goes forward looking for Clark, and he backs out of the contest. Went to Biggs. In it comes. Hollands, he gets that one down to Fitzsimmons, tries to strike the tackle, does. Kicks around the body, goes long. Vetter's going to be the back, he's going to get the punch away, third man behind. Podner in underneath there, as is Clark. He goes around the outside and looking for some options. Couldn't get the ball away, ball comes back to Reynolds. Reynolds, he gets the ball to Hollands. Hollands then bangs the ball onto the boot, goes forward looking for Key. Handball away, couldn't get it, intercepted by the East Geelong player, and Cameron will pick up the ball and relieve pressure to the outer side for the East Geelong side. Gibbs leading in the race in front of those cricket nets. Turns it back into attack. In actual fact,
the moment. So the short kick in defence. Oh, it's dangerous. It's hit the target. And Fernandez plays on quickly. Goes towards centre wing. Chamberlain de Blasio. Chamberlain hands in the back. Probably should have been a free kick, but it goes on. Now Bryant goes back, collects it. Tackled. Able to get it to de Blasio. Over the top to Parker. Parker from North Geelong goes inside. Fights Taylor Reynolds on the left foot. Had time to settle, but goes in long. Vetter. Good body. Positions himself well. Out the back to Key. He can't take possession of the ball.
And only minor scores are happening. Off hands. Bolton gets that one down. Marsh, I think, got that one away. Comes off hands, going to drive the ball again out of attack. Chamberlain and de Blasio. That's a good contest. Chamberlain come from behind, uses his body well. Can't get the ball to ground. Picked up again by Luke Parker for East Geelong. For North Geelong. That's the North Geelong Parker. Two of them out there today. Comes off hands and Vest.
Club room side of the ground. Where most of the play is.
So off hands, Chalice comes up with the ball. He gets quick handball away. Comes to Cameron. Cameron drives the ball out long, looking for Jake Mawson. He's going to get there and takes the mark. Good work on the contest. Hasn't got a lot to go to, though. Dylan O'Toole's giving him an option. As to is Kane Marsh. He's run a long way and does well. Takes the ball in the centre under a fair bit of pressure from Reynolds from North Geelong. Gives a little ball by hand to Chalice. He needs to get more involved in the contest. Kicks the ball forward looking for Sponner. Oh, ball doesn't bounce well. Matheson's there to clean up. Heads towards the boundary line. I reckon the boundary line. No, keeps it in. Matheson gets a kick, little left foot kick away, and lucks of fortune. He's going to find Lockie right in front of the commentary position. Brighton Chalice is another good contest that's happening at the moment. Fitzsimmons, he's going to lead in the race for the ball. Shepherd off play.
And he's done pretty well, but Chalice, a good link-up player through the middle of that passage. Again, it's East Geelong, who has the clearance. Hand goes back and ends up with Ricky O'Toole. So he now steadies himself. Handball goes back. Johnson over the top, goes towards Chamberlain. Has plenty of space inside. Nice looking kick. That's better delivery into the forward line. Now Sponner has another opportunity. Has Johnson short if he wants to go to him. Ignores him. He wants to take some responsibility, but do you think confidence has got to be pretty low? But he is a good footballer, can kick a goal.
You reckon they'd practice him from this pocket, though, on a Thursday night, wouldn't you?
Walk out the gate, mate. First point of call, I reckon this would be. So, Lockie Sponner now from the half-forward line. Long kick towards goal. That looks a better kick off the boot. Has it got the distance? No, it's touched on the line. It's 12 for the East Geelong side. They trail 6-6 North Geelong. So the ball's come back in quickly. Ends up with Hutchison. Hutchison goes to Key. Key has a player over the top. And Hollands, I reckon he stands in that same position every kick in. Goes towards right. Chamberlain coming the other way. Takes possession of the ball. Feeds the ball back. Good under work there from Biggs, I think it was. Dived to the ball. Now it's in a nil situation. 1.5 minutes gone. Third quarter, ball thrown in the air again. Mawson didn't have the ball, should have been rewarded with a free kick. Picked up, goes towards Ferguson. Hutchison has the ball, spins round the corner.
Yeah, taking height.
Now there's a free kick going down the field. Will they allow the advantage? He's not going to. Probably could have.
He's allowed stop. Has he allowed half advantage here, I think?
Yeah, well, he's got a little bit.
He's paid it downfield.
Yes.
What he's done.
So Podner is the recipient of the free kick down the field. He's going to be, didn't even have to come back over the mark, but anyway, he's gone wide. Running wide is Parker, I think, there for North Geelong. Goes into the half-forward line. Clark's the target up early. Good spoil from behind. Roving the ball, picked up by Lockie Wright. He's working hard, both ends of the ground. Kicks round the corner. I tell you what, it's gone close, but it's gone across the front.
Back into play. Kicks the ball to himself. Goes by hand over the top to Vetter. Then comes back to Marsh. Running bounce, takes it, brings it up to the centre wing position. I tell you what, getting back there though is Schwennison, and he's going to take the mark. Wasn't a great kick coming out of defence for the East Geelong side. Works back into Bryant. Bryant at centre half forward. Goes backwards, in fact, to Watts, almost a centre half back. Mawson comes to attack. Good work by Jake Mawson. Smothered the ball off hands. Got to work hard now in a one-on-one contest. Watts is in there as well. Parker, Luke for East Geelong gets over and relieves for them. Comes to Van Creeken on the far side of the ground now, in deep. Brings the ball back in the centre, looking for Podner. Got to work hard, can't do so. East Geelong in under their right with the ball for North. Can't get the ball away either. Johnson, pack forms. I think the umpire's going to have to blow the whistle here. Well, today. Up goes the ball again. Hollian's probably got the most of that down. Comes to Fitzsimmons. He snaps quickly. Was it high enough over the top? And out of bounds right across the face of...
They've done it so far. The ball's thrown up, comes over the back of the contest. Ball, good hands, goes to Chamberlain. Chamberlain releases Chalice, and Chalice has a short kick round the boundary line. It's a nice looking kick, and the mark is taken there from Williamson. So Williamson, the bloke I reckon should go forward. The kick wasn't good along the boundary line. North Geelong there in numbers. All the North Geelong players waiting for someone to get it. Picked up by Key. Forced out, goes towards the Eels. Picked up there by Grant, goes round the corner. Hollands, good hands, has a running player, goes back to Swenison. Short tip inside, bad kick, and Mawson takes the mark. So Jake Mawson with possession of the ball, looking for shorter option, has one. Sponner, Braden this time, not locked, and in the middle of the ground, of East Geelong ground, he goes now on his left foot. Player further forward, looks for his brother, can't control it, now at ground level, taps the ball out. North Geelong game with numbers, ball comes out, de Blasio over the top, finds Reynolds. Reynolds looking for option, goes back to de Blasio, and runner out the back's Bryant, so he changes to the far side of the ground. Nice kick, finds Parker. Luke from North Geelong. Fitzsimmons on centre wing, takes the mark, goes quickly. The running's on. Holland's working hard, has Bolton in pursuit, but it's time to take possession of the ball. Kick smothered. Podner, good spoil from East Geelong, goes back towards Hollands. Running player Fitzsimmons over the top again. Again, this handball's not good, and he's going to be rewarded with a free kick. Held up or knocked over after he got ready position. So Derek Fitzsimmons now from the centre wing goes in long towards Miller over the top. Running player required, comes out, picked up there by Biggs. His left footer handballs back, goes back to Podner. Time to steady, straightens towards goal. Long, Miller running backwards, hands up, quick grab,
great
good
mark.
hands. So Blake Miller beside the behind post. Plays on, kicks round Stevie J style, and kicks
You
it
don't
goal.
mind, umpire.
Blake Miller kicks his.
Bolton and Hollands have done all the work all day. Eels has gone to Chalice now, I think. Up they go. Bolton gets that one. He's probably won the majority of the tap downs, but Fitzsimmons does the better, and he will do the roving work. Send North Geelong back into attack. Comes off hands. Hutchison bounces well for him. Goes straight to boot. Clark leading out. Oh, couldn't quite take it. Diving mark. Podner does the hard work. Gets in and under. Picked up there by Marsh. Can he get the ball away? Dragged it back in. That's a dangerous one, I reckon. Oh, no. It was the other umpire. Umpire was loaded for a drop on the ball. Up it goes again. Wasn't a real good throw. Bolton gets the ball away. Comes down off hands. Oh, good solid mark in there by Sam Clark. He has had a probably relatively a quiet day compared to his work last week, where he was probably nearly equal best on ground with Derek Fitzsimmons. But that is a Sam Clark mark if ever you've saw one. He is 15 metres, probably 20 metres from goal. In fact, he is directly in front, and you would expect him to pop this straight through the goals for his second.
Watson's playing on him, isn't he? I think it's
Watson.
Watson. Yeah, he's done a pretty good job, I reckon.
He has done a good job.
Right with him all day.
So Clark comes in now. Kicks through the ball. Umpire does not move. Goes straight over the top of his head. Kicks
again. And as you said before, Darcy Eel seems to be the man. But Chalice gets the ball. Kicks quickly towards centre wing. Taylor Reynolds up. Doesn't take the mark. Marsh picks the ball. Well, good spoil from Marsh. Ends up with Chamberlain. Looked to fed the ball out. Picked up by Bryant. Goes towards the Eels. He's got the one on his jumper, but it's a bit light on. Handball to Bryant. Gets around the first one. Steadies. Goes long into the forward line. Van Creeken up in front. Good spoil from behind. Ball goes towards the boundary line. Between the half forward and the forward pocket. Thrown up. Goes to the back of the contest. North Geelong first hands on the ball. Couldn't see what it was. Ends up with Podner. Oh, but that was definitely a throw. Umpire saw it. Yes, that's what he's called. And the free kick goes back to Cameron. So Cameron with the free kick. And it looks like he's going to stand the mark, Podner. So Reece Cameron from a half-back line goes back towards centre wing. Mark there in front. Johnson couldn't take it. Comes over the back. And it's cleared by Swenison, and there's Fitzsimmons. Fitzsimmons has players inside, and it's going to go to player in Hutchison. So Hutchison goes back on his left foot. Gee, a slow kick in the air. Oh, Dusty Eels does well, reaches up, taps the ball forward, and takes it with his second hand. So Eels now has the ball just outside, looking for the running player, and Parker comes in, loads up, goes long to the goal square. Clark's there, good body. Mark not taken, picked up again, but East Geelong clear. Go back to the half-back line, over the top, bad bounce there for Chamberlain. Key
brings the ball back into play. So does the throw in. Hollands over the top, possibly infringe Bolton there, you would say. Podner just slams the ball on the boot, runs it to the top of the goal square mile, and over the top, I reckon he might have drawn the free. In fact, to Ricky O'Toole. He's probably been pretty quiet, Ricky. He goes long now. He's looking for Bolton. He was third up, though, in the contest. Comes off hands, picked up there by Davis, then goes to Chamberlain, to Chalice. Chalice comes round, but Schwenison again. He's playing that drop behind role here across half forward.
This is as far as it gets.
It's as far as it gets every time, isn't it? Up it goes again. Comes off hands. Oh, good work there to Johnson, and he'll stream away now. Put him into attack, heading for Molan. Over the top, though, was Matheson. I don't reckon Molan's fully fit either. He looks like he's carrying something to me. Comes again to Johnson. Oh, solid tackle. Umpire says...
Yeah, didn't have the ball.
Didn't have the ball. Probably Johnson was unsighted, and he didn't do it deliberately, but the ball's going to come to Hutchinson now, out of wing side of the ground. He's going to go long and drive and find that man Fitzsimmons. He's probably on his way to another 30-plus possession game.
We've got players everywhere. Van Cregan's by himself. Hollins has run to the same spot.
I reckon Podder probably should have got rid of this. He's the best part of 50 out right over on those cricket nets, but his opportunities are wasted. The East Geelong boys have got back, and Podder's going to have to line up himself.
I reckon this is nearly the breeze right behind him here. It'll carry the ball in.
I reckon you could be right, and he'll have to allow probably a little bit to the left-hand side and bring it back on it. He sends it underway. I tell you what, the goal umpire has not moved
All day, but they've done it again today. The ball goes up, tapped over the top. Clearance again. Looks like it's going to be through Mawson. Good hands to Chalice. He's on the burst. This time they're going to get through the half-forward line. Chalice goes long to the goal square. Mylan's going back. Can he take the mark? Yes, he does. Matheson, good pressure there, but the mark was strong. Oh, handballs off to Jake Mawson in the goal square, and that is a well-deserved goal.
Throws the ball up this time. Comes in, Bolton again. He's probably winning the ball over a Hollins, but the North Geelong boys are roving to him. Comes off hands there now. Leading in the race for the ball is Marsh. Tackles the North Geelong player just as he disposes of it. Goes through Fernandez's legs. Fitzsimmons again comes up. Gives the ball to Biggs. He tries to bend the ball back as it's going to stay inside play. They've had the majority of the play, and it's been in this point of the ground. Throw in comes off hands. Ball given to Bryant. He's going to bend the ball back. I tell you what, he has indeed. Jared Bryant's kicked his...
Scoreboard pressures always counts. So the ball back in the middle. Hollins does well, gets the ball down, but it's Ricky O'Toole with strength, handballs, and Chalice. I tell you what, he loves to run and carry the ball, and he does it again. Goes into the half-forward line. Good work, body work there from Mylan. Keeps the ball alive. Goes into the half-forward position. Picked up there by Gibbs. Kicks on a banana. Comes out of defence. Goes towards Bryant. Good position. Takes the mark. Handball goes over the top. Hollins needs support. Goes back inside. Short kick. He's found his man in Parker. Gee, I don't know whether travel the distance.
I wasn't going to buy land off him.
It was just, and then ball to centre half back position, and the Swenison. Again, this chip and run play. That's a better kick to Miller. Leads up, presents. Handball goes back inside to Ferguson. Ferguson chips up, looks for Van Cregan. Can't take the mark from behind. Fitzsimmons tacks the ball well. Can't take true possession. And I think it's player there in Williamson, I think, took the...
Under any circumstances. Ball goes up. Matheson did the ruck work. He got the most of it. Brought it to ground. Mawson in underneath. Jesse, that was. Comes off hands. Johnson can't pick the ball up. Still struggling with the ball, but doesn't give up. Oh, breaks well. Does really well, Johnson. Ends up with the ball. Gets the kick away. Comes out to the young fella Bird, but he couldn't held off the play by Schwenison. And Watts for North Geelong has drifted across and taken the mark. He's going to go back in forward now. Comes off hands. Fitzsimmons. That was a rare one that Derek doesn't take a mark on the outer side of the ground. Allows East Geelong to go back into attack. Matheson dropped one he should have taken. Pretty much a chest mark. Sponner kicks it off the ground. It's right into the attacking area of East Geelong now. They really need to convert this in some way, shape or form. Chamberlain really didn't do enough then. De Blasio, he'll come out with the ball. Goes to Wheels, then to Schwenison, then to Luke Parker. That's the North Geelong version of Luke Parker. He picks the ball up through centre half back, goes through to the outer side and will find Fitzsimmons. Fitzsimmons turns straight away. Little chip kick. Finds Van Creeken. Half forward flank outer side. Drives the ball long now. Up towards those cricket nets. Miller again. It was Biggs in fact. Biggs comes off. Doesn't do the work though and gets to Johnson for East Geelong. He'll put them back into attack coming out to this outer side in front of us. To Jennings. Jennings now turns and runs to a lead from young Bird. Young under 18 player. Can't get the mark and Swenison infringed and Bird will come up and it's probably his first kick in senior footy. So young Adam Bird up from the under 18s. First game in senior footy. Kicks long. Reserves coach Darryl Rowbottom said he's a good kid, but that kick wasn't great, and it's found Hutchinson. But there's a bit of infringement. Jake Mawson does what Jake Mawson does and tries to steal it away, but the ball's going to come back to Molan. I wasn't quite sure what that was for in the marking contest.
Yeah, I didn't see it either.
I don't think Matho's too keen on it either because he's the bloke who's infringed. But as a result, Joshua Molan's going to come in Kick through the ball. It's going. It's going to bend back, though. And Joshua Molan will kick his first.
In the middle of the ground, Hollands goes up against Bolton. Blaisway has done it well. Tap over the top, and again, it's that clearance work. Good spoil there from Mawson. Goes back to Hutchison. Hutchinson goes back to Parker of North Geelong, and he kicks out wide. Good eyes, and spots up Jared Bryant. So Bryant now chips over the top. Short kick. Running player. I think it's looking Rocky right. He goes into the forward line. Leading up, Sam Clark takes a mark. No, he doesn't. Ball's picked up. Cleared away by Watson. Handball wasn't good. Didn't hit its target. Now there's a free kick, and it's an infringement for holding the player. Not sure if it's going to go to Daniel Key or who it's going to go to.
Yeah, I think it was Johnson that did it.
Was it?
Yeah.
And it looks like Derek Fitzsimmons is going to have a shot at goal. So Fitzsimmons will have a chance for that quick response. As I said, East do some hard work, get back.
We're going to have to go back and reinvent the days of the Laurie de Goldie stat sheet, I reckon, because I tell you what, the amount of ink that Fitzsimmons has taken up in the last 2 weeks is amazing.
So Derek Fitzsimmons from no more than 30 metres out, 45-degree angle comes in. Kicks towards goal. Looks a nice kick off the boot. Umpire goes back towards the centre, indicates it's a goal.
As the ball goes back up, and once again, Bolton gets it. This time, though, Jesse Mawson gets it to Chalice, and he on the burst again. He leads the ball forward. Molan leads out. He can't take the mark. Comes off hands, though. Sponner, 3-on-1 contest. Pretty hard work for him there. Van Creeken said he was put to the ground poorly, and Van Creeken will then give the ball back to Lachlan Sponner. Sponner, he's going to have to move the ball quick. He's not going to be able to kick that distance, given what we've seen with the wind holding up. Got no options. Bird gave him something. He's ignored that now. He's gone the long option. Goes all the way for goal over the back. Oh!
Robbie Chamberlain.
Robbie Chamberlain has taken a special.
They just decided to call him Air Jordan.
Air Jordan. He has taken a special. That was a good kick by Sponner to the teeth of goal. Almost carried, and Chamberlain has risen up out of nowhere and taken a special mark. He will kick from directly in front. If he misses this, pack your bags and go home. He cannot possibly miss this. So Robbie Chamberlain comes in for his first. Straight over the top of the goal umpire. All clear, they say. First to Robbie Chamberlain, sixth to East Geelong. They will go to 6 goals, 12-53 to North Geelong, 11-7, 73.
Saw that myself.
11-7, 73. And is that three-quarter time?
It is, mate. The Ben Bolton and for the...
You can start the call.
All right, ball's up in this for the final quarter. Comes down, and it's Fitzsimmons this time. Wins the clearance for North Geelong. Long kick into the half-forward line. Pondo looks around to see who is coming. Nobody, so he goes back, tries to get it, but it's East Geelong out of defence. Ball ends up with Johnson. Goes back at his right side. Kicks towards centre wing. Poor kick. Jared Bryant intercepts. Can't take clean possession. Goes to March. Dives to the ball. Oh, good, smart play. Kicks the ball forward. Picked up by Dylan O'Toole to Ricky. Ricky O'Toole goes into the half-forward line. That's good use. Moylan couldn't get down and pick the ball up. Now it's with... Matheson. Matheson's tackled, needs to release it. Umpire stands back. So the ball thrown up, half forward line. Bolton does the ruck work. Tap down, clearance work in there. North Geelong have the numbers. Lockie Wright's got his head over the contest. Can't pick it up, but it's Fitzsimmons who emerges with the ball. Goes towards centre wing. Johnson in good position. Goes back and collects it. Has a player further behind the ball, and it's Vetter. Needs to take clean possession. Does with strength. Gets away from Miller. Goes in back into the half forward line. Bolton. Ricky O'Toole. Oh, good mark there. Taken by Luke Parker of North Geelong. And Luke Parker has the mark. So he has a player heading towards centre wing, and it's Lockie Wright. Takes the mark and plays on. Goes into the half-forward line. Over the top of Blake Podner. Goes back and retrieves it. Let his player under the ball. Takes a bounce to half-forward. Loads up. Goes long to the goal square. Comes back. And a
great goal.
Has his second goal of the afternoon.
The ball up. 2 minutes 15 gone in this first quarter. Holland's got the tap down. Comes straight to ground, though. Not going to get the ball away. Hard work in there and under. Ricky O'Toole gets the ball away and gets the clearance. Goes forward. Jake Mawson gets the ball to ground. Comes off hands. Davis picks up the ball. Turns the ball round his body. Not the great kick. Matheson kicks the ball off the ground. Jake Mawson again tries to intercept, but Matheson follows up. Good work there by Sponner. He goes then to Jake Mawson. But intercepted by Wright, taps the ball back over his head to advantage. Think it might have gone to Key. He'll send the ball up on the outer wing. Jared Bryant, with Fitzsimmons, in fact. Fitzsimmons drives North Geelong back into attack. But good mark going back there and picking the ball off was Williamson. So Williamson.
Make a good centre forward.
He'd make a good... Not that we're harping on it, but he'd make a good centre forward. Heads up out the wing, and Fitzsimmons gets in the way. Poor contest there by Bolton, I think it was. So... Fitzsimmons with the ball, centre wing. Goes to Truce in half forward position. The target's Biggs, and he was uncontested, Toby Biggs. Gives it by hand to Ferguson, who goes back inside, sells some candy, then goes backwards to Biggs. He turns around, unloads a long ball. Lockie Wright's underneath it, but to the back. Oh, solid mark, Blake Villa. Over the back. He was the fourth in line for that one, and he has just taken a really solid mark over Vetter and Williamson. And he will line up for goal 25, 30 metres from goal on a very, very slight angle. And
didn't get off the ground all that much, but just that knee was in the right spot.
The knee in the back was enough to send Vetter spiralling forward, wasn't it? So Miller comes in, kicks through the ball. He holds the ball quite funny in that style of kicking. Smith's Holden Blood Suzuki scoreboard.
So the ball's kicked out quickly, goes towards the half-forward line. Ferguson picks the ball up and mops the ball up. Goes by hand over the top to Eales. Eales runs inside 50. No pressure, no one coming at him. Darcy Eel loads up, goes to the goal square. And the umpire says the Sam Clark body was okay. And it's...
And Bolton, as we've said, rucked all day unchanged, the two of them. Bolton gets the tap down, gets it to Jesse Mawson, goes over the top of his brother's head just. Davis gets up, gets the ball back to Jake. Jake Mawson can't control it though. Fitzsimmons gets a little tap away to Key. Key then turns his player inside out. Not a great handball. Goes over the top to Ferguson, I think it was, then to Key. Back to Key. He'll have a bounce. Streams up the outer wing side of the ground looking for Podner, who'll lead in the race for the ball there against Braden Sponner.
Oh, good
Gets
look.
the ball. Great vision. Turns it back inside to Hollands, and they say, stop, son, and have a kick, because you are within kicking distance, and he will kick from probably about 45 metres from goal. What great vision, Black Podner.
Just good vision, quick turn, good use of the ball. Unfortunately, his opponent, Benny Bolton, was back doing some hard work in the centre of the ground and got beaten the turnover. And young Hollands just pushed forward. As I said, reminds me very much of Jaden Simons, the way he plays his footy. So he comes in, kicks from about 45. It's a nice kick off the boot, going to the goal square, ball down in the goal square. Needs to be cleaned up. Ricky O'Toole first to arrive. Good evasive skills, and then puts the ball on the ground. Picked up by Van Cregan. He's tackled without it. Ends up with Mawson. Goes towards Johnson, and Johnson from East Geelong goes long outside 50, back in the centre square. Picked up there by Taylor Reynolds. He transfer plays back to the clubber inside of the ground. Picked up there. Goes forward. Hutchison quickly looking for. Can't find the player at centre half forward. It's Mawson again. Looks up. Has no one to go to, so he puts the big barrel. Goes into the half forward line. Moreland, as we said, doesn't look 100% fit, but Matheson kicks the ball, thrown back into the corner, into the field of play. Picked up there, looks like Madison on his wrong side, went back onto it, handballs the ball, good tackle from behind. Ball comes down, Chalice did the hard work, picked up there, Bryant. Mawson saying hello to each other late in the game. Picked up by Key. Good handball over the top. Went towards Swennerson. Back to Parker. Little quick kick, and we'll find Darcy Eales on centre wing. So Eales now, quick movement, goes further afield. Again, that man, you don't have to say what it is because it's Fitzsimmons. I reckon this is 25 and 30 handballs. He's had a great game. Goes inside. Nice kick. Finds Jared Bryant, who's moved from defence and playing on a wing now. Goes inside to Key. Good kick forward. Good lead up. Van Creeken didn't have to change stride, and he will go back and kick from 35 metres out, almost directly in front.
I'll tell you what, Hutchinson could have plucked that one out of the air just as easily too, couldn't he? It was good. Again, just the way they're going forward is just fantastic.
I think Jared Bright coming back to North Geelong this year has been a bonus for them. As I said, spent a couple of years, I think, at North Shore. So Van Creeken, 35 metres out. He's looked at it, it's gone left. Got Zuki scoreboard.
Ball comes back in, and it will come to Mawson on the half-back flank. Big, long kick in there from Ricky O'Toole, it was, who did the work at full-back. So Jesse Mawson drives the ball up the wing, looking for options up there. Our flying player was Molan, and he was the push-out. I think the push-out's gone to, I don't know where it was for there, but anyhow, Kane Marsh has come up with the ball. He sold a bit of candy, ran into all sorts of trouble. Ball goes back to Molan, comes to Ben Bolton now. He's in a bit of trouble, tries to shrug the tackle. There's 4 North Geelong players around these guys. Comes back to Marsh. Marsh now for East Geelong, draws the player. Comes back to Jesse Mawson. He gets a little chip kick forward, intercepted by Key. Key now, he turns around, sells some candy, then goes round another one, then has a bounce. He's running them in circles. 2 bounces, streams through the middle. 3 bounces, centre half forward, then drops a really poor short kick. Bryant in underneath, comes back to Key. Can he make amends? He does. He goes out wide to Schwinnerson. He comes inside to Lachlan Wright. He goes long for goal. Whistle on play.
There's a holding decision.
Holding decision against Podner?
No, I reckon it's gone
for
back.
Podner.
No, it's gone. I don't know. You might be right. Podner's looking at his hands and his hips. I don't know whether it's him or further afield, but it's going to go back to Braden Sponner. No. So you're right. You're right. Must have been a holding on Braden Sponner.
No, Podner's the holder, and it's gone back to Braden Sponner, so it's free to East Geelong. So there you go. Not quite sure what happened. It was off the play, and the non-trailing umpire took possession of that decision. So ball's gone up at the outer side now. Back in East Geelong's possession in the wing. Works it up round the wing to Ricky O'Toole. Centre wing, outer side of the ground. Sends the ball in now, looking for Bolton. Goes up one hand, tries to bring the ball to ground. Oh, says he was pulled out of the contest. They're plucking some strange ones out in the last 5 minutes. Bolton with the ball. He drives the ball long now. Forward, looking for Mole, and he couldn't take the mark, and it rolled through his ball. It ran through his legs, tunnel ball style. Comes back to Bolton. Oh, I think this game could be gone. Heads back towards the cricket next now. Bolton, 3 up there. Parker couldn't bring the ball to ground. Working hard in under there is Watts. Parker again, Luke, that is, comes up for North Geelong. Back to Watts. They're mucking around with a little bit back there east. Comes off hands. Gibbs, he'll give it to Hollands. Hollands now comes back inside looking for Key. A little bit of a hospital pass, but there was no one there to worry about it. He gives it away to Parker. He has a bounce. Runs through centre half back, drives the ball long into attack, looking for Van Creek and brings the ball to ground. Podner roves. 3 East Geelong players jump on him straight away, and the umpire says no one had an opportunity to give it to me. We'll get some scores out. Hey, Bell from the Corio and Winch game.
So Lockie Wright drives the ball into the forward line. Bounces, goes to Van Creek and spins back at his left. Handballs over the top towards Bryant. Not clean pick up. Now he gets it. Able to shrug it off. Van Creek on the left foot. Goes round the corner towards goal. Across the face. Miller's taken a mark, but he is through for a minor score. And Luke Van Creeken has another minor score. So he's 1 goal 2. Moves the North Geelong side to 13 goals 10. They lead 6 goals 12 East Geelong. Player in the back line is Mars. Kicks to himself, plays on, goes wide to the far side of the ground. City side, picked up there cleanly. And Watson goes round the corner, hits centre wing, looking for and giving Chalice a big task, but coming across is Hollands. And he is...
You'll see Corio 10 goals 9.
Might be a wind out there too by the sounds of things, but it's Hollands who wins the ball, gets it out of the ruck contest, goes to the half forward. Key, been a possessive winner of the ball in the last quarter. Nice kick, goes round the corner, finds Sam Clark. He's out there by himself. He turns, looks, goes in forward. Podner up front. You won't beat him once he's in the air, especially when you've got Braden Sponder chasing him. He's same size. And Blake Podner will go back and have a chance to kick his 3rd goal for the afternoon. So Blake Podner would nail these 9 times out of 10.
And you talk about blokes who practice goal kicking at training. I think this is the boy.
So here he comes in. Oh, gee, that's a shank. It's a poor-looking kick. Didn't even make the distance. Actually, I thought it nearly went through for a goal.
It did too, yeah.
And it's another minor score for Podney. You praise someone, that's what they do. They let you down. Yeah. 13 goals 11, North Geelong. 6 goals 12. And 13 minutes gone. Final quarter. Smith Holden, Blood Suzuki scoreboard.
He called for Ricky O'Toole to go forward. In actual fact, he's gone back as he kicks the ball to himself from full back and then goes out long over the top. Oh, solid mark there. Ben Williamson wasn't paid by the umpire. Perhaps didn't control it. Van Creeken comes up with the ball, gets it to Key. He's over the top of the ball, controls it, uses his strength well, comes up to Lockie Wright, gets the ball out to Hutchinson. That was great. Look, Hutchinson should stream into an open goal. Pop it away. Indeed he does. Rodney Hutchinson will kick his 2nd goal.
Back in the middle of the ground now. Hollands and Bolton again, the 2 big fellas. I'll take me out after these 2 blokes. They've done it all day, and it ends up with Spiner, and it's Lockie from the middle of the ground, kicked into the half-forward line. Taylor Reynolds is there. Oh, good, strong mark. At least we've got Cameron Ford now. He just needs to take some mark and make me all worthwhile. Goes in short, good skills, finds Van Creeken out wide, and Hutchison doesn't change stride. This is a difference in the game. They just keep moving the ball. Their flow's good, and the ball comes up to Podner. Presents up, has Fitzsimmons back inside. That kick not so good, but Fitzsimmons able to clean up. Has pressure from behind, had Podner in support. The handball didn't hit the target. Went to Spiner, Braden, but Fitzsimmons working hard for North Geelong. Taps the ball back towards Hutchison on the left foot. Has a player in the forward pocket. It's Hollins. Can't take the mark. Bolton's back there in support. Handball goes over the top. Mawson to Spiner. Oh. Gee, that was lazy. It's going to end up back with Mawson. Picks the ball up. Tackle. Brought to ground. Spiner can't take possession of the ball. I think it's going to be an umpire's decision here, and he's going to take possession, but it's allowed the play to go on. Comes out towards Podner. He turns round from 45. Blazes away. Blazes wide. And the ball is through.
Again, will kick to himself. Takes a bounce, works it onto the outer side of the ground. He's going to go right up to the wing in front of the scoreboard. Big contest, pack on players full, but it comes over the back, and Ricky O'Toole will take the mark. Gets the ball away, gives it on to Toby Stewart. He kicks the ball long, goes over the top. Parker couldn't quite get it there. Schwennerson, he comes over the back, ball comes to Ferguson. Back to Luke Parker. Luke Parker then drives the ball out to Fitzsimmons for his 150th kick for the day, it feels like. Couldn't get the ball to ground. Comes off hands. Johnson does the work at centre half back and drives the ball back into attack for the Eagles, but no one is there for them, and Bryant does the work. Bryant for North Geelong streams through the centre, takes a bounce, kicks long. It's a 3-on-1 contest again. Biggs uses his body. Ricky O'Toole underneath cleans up. They're probably a little bit cleaner across half back at the moment, but they've got nowhere to go on that half forward line. So it's Johnson again, blazes away this time, and Parker will be the recipient of another stat on the outer side of the ground. Half back flank. North Geelong defensive end. He's going to go up to the wing and he's going to find, that man Fitzsimmons once more. So Fitzsimmons, centre wing. Surely another vote-getting day for Derek for the Whitley Medal contest, you would think. Ferguson, he's going to give ball back to Fitzsimmons. He drives a ball long again to centre half forward, lining up. Miller looked like he was there, but Vedder impeded his run. Podner underneath the ball again. He gets a little handball away, comes to Biggs. He turns on his left, heads back for goal. I tell you what, has he turned it around? I reckon he just put that through.
So the ball back in the middle of the ground. Bolton up over the top, laps the ball down, collects it himself, needs to get the ball out, though. So does Sponner, and Lockie Sponner moved into the middle. The kick wasn't good into the half-forward line. This has been their problem. Chalice leads out. Brady Watts not far behind him. Can't pick the ball up, scoops it back, picked up there by Michael Davis. Davis can't find his opponent or teammate. Handball comes over the top and a clearance through Darcy Eels, running through the middle of the ground. Kick goes into the half-forward line. Podner comes out and tries to accept the ball. Can't take clean possession. This time it's not East Geelong. And it's Johnson who's working hard, picks the ball up. Evasive skills are good. Handball's over the top, went towards Johnson. Handball goes further afield, out to Mawson. Mawson on centre wing, has time to steady now. Podner gets on his bike, chases hard. Ball comes into the half-forward line. The kick goes over the top. Chalice let his opponent under the ball, goes back and collects it. Went back looking for Jennings. Jennings needs some tea. Goes into the half-forward line. Sponner leads up, can't take possession. Cleaned up by Taylor Reynolds. Half-back line, chips over the top. Goes to Hollins. He's been good also. Knows his role, plays it well, goes to Ferguson, chips back inside, over the top of Van Creeken. That wasn't good, picked up by Chamberlain. Dangerous here, Chamberlain. Can kick a long ball, goes towards goal. Looks good off the boot, and on the last line, Dan Gill.
Luke Parker gave the signal he's kicking long, sucked them all in and went straight to Key, who was only at about 20 metres out from goal. He goes short now and he's going to give the ball to Van Creeken. So they've worked the ball out to the 50-metre arc on the basis of that possession game football. Go wide now. Brady Watts will take the ball. Breaks away off Sponner. He's had the best of Sponner today, Brady Watts, you would think. Ball goes out wide now. Comes back into Key. He's ran hard all day. He's a very useful player for the North Geelong side, no doubt about it. Hollins gets the ball, uses his pace, the big fella, and runs away. Comes to Van Creek and works the ball up the wing now, heading back into centre half forward position, and Biggs takes the mark. Breaks away again, perpetual motion, gets up, goes forward once again looking for Clark. Possible hands over the shoulder there for Clark, but not contested. Podner probably took the feet out under of his opposition in Marsh. Up into that scoring opportunity. Up it goes again. Bolton pushed off the ball by Miller. Comes off hands. Over the top it comes to Van Creek, and he's going to unload. He's going to unload for goal. It's going across the face, and it will be
goal square. Comes out wide. Target out there is Williamson. Can't take the mark. North Geelong clean up through Bryant. Went the handball over the top. Missed his target. And again, Fernandez. Good handball. Finds Cameron. Cameron back inside. Long handball to Johnson. Needs to be quick at the ball. Again, they position themselves so well. Taylor Reynolds will put North Geelong back into attack. Long kick. Fitzsimmons is up, but East Geelong with numbers. And Lockie Sponner going back with the fly of the ball. Take possession. And handball goes off to Ricky O'Toole. Again, Ricky O'Toole goes wide. And that's a nice looking kick and finds Stewart. So Stewart has Ricky O'Toole back inside. That's where he goes. And these players further afield to move. Good football use again. Sponner's found himself in space again. Goes back on his left foot. So Lockie Sponner, handball goes off. Handball wasn't good, but it's made look good by Davis. Clean pick up and now into the half-forward line. This has been their problem. De Blasio in front. Strong mark. De Blasio from North Geelong. And he will go back and turn the ball around. Goes out wide. Luke Parker has a player back inside. Hutchison, nice kick. This has been their benefit all day. They're just their good kicking skills. Goes towards Biggs. Biggs now loads up, goes long into towards the goal square. Vedder, good strong work in front. Spoils the ball. Picked up. Handball needs to be good. Goes over the top, looking for Marsh. There's a free kick there, says the umpire. I think he's called for a hold on Fitzsimmons. Probably the only mistake he's made all day, and the free kick will go back. And Kick inside. Mawson's got better as the game's gone on. Plenty of possessions. Goes out wide. Nice looking kick. Sponner over the top. Ferguson. Ball comes through. Picked up there by Davis. He has time to steady. Runs sideways as a runner back inside. Don't know who he's looking for. If it was Jennings, he missed him by a mile. Coming through is Hutchison. Davis goes back and tries to collect it. Puts his head over the ball. Does well. A good release. Nice handball out. And it ends up there with Dylan O'Toole. Half forward line. Goes towards Moylan. Turns his player inside out. Needs support. Who's he got? Young player there. It's off the bench. Is Bird. Bird kicks around the corner. Doesn't have a lot of distance, but goes into the pocket. And now there's another free kick being given. It's going to be coming back, and we'll go
I reckon he reckons Bird was thrown down after he just possessed it, and it's a downfield to Moylan.
So it's not. Why wouldn't it be where the ball was?
Well, I think it was where the ball bounced when he blew the whistle, I reckon.
Okay. So
I'll give it to him. They've done a pretty good job today.
Yeah, not bad. Moylan comes in and kicks a goal, goes across the face.
That pretty much sums the point. Was the opportunity that possessed. So it comes back in. Clark flies. Solid mark by Sam Clark. Contested possession. Given back to him by Biggs and given back to Biggs by Clark. So Biggs drives the ball forward and finds Van Kreken on the centre wing. In front of our commentary position here. Bryant screams for the ball and the kick was not good enough. A very rare kick, and Marsh for East Geelong will pick up. Ricky O'Toole gives him an option on the wing. Chasing hard was right. Goes the option up the wing, and it's to Cameron. Cameron looking for options. Comes back to Fernandez. Fernandez to O'Toole, Ricky. Ricky O'Toole then goes inside to Sponner. Sponner can't control it, but does pick up and does well. Then has a kick. Brings it forward. Cameron, who's finally in the forward line. They've listened to you eventually, Whale. Up comes the ball. Hollands, whistle on play. And advantage paid. Not quite sure what it was for, but advantage is paid. Hutchison comes up with the ball to Van Kreken. He's going to go long across the brown to Luke Parker. Players are breaking everywhere. Bryant clearly leads in the race for the ball. Which way are they going to go inside here? Van Kreken's running on to play now. I reckon he's going to be the option. Bryant's looking, called to play on. Drives the ball long. But gee, that's a good kick within itself. Looking for Miller. Gone over the back. Marsh is up there. He's going to have to use, I think, the goal square, is he? There's an opportunity. No, he's been able to turn the ball around. Goes back up the outer side of the ground again, looking for Jennings, but the kick wasn't good enough. And Bryant gets in the way and will take the mark. Runs on straight away. Drives the ball in long. Thought that was the siren, but it wasn't. And someone with a car horn right next to the box. It is the siren. Well, it was I don't know what KO was doing in there, blowing the siren at that point. Anyhow, that is the end of the game, and it's a good win to North Geelong. They win 15.
District Football League. We are the Raiders from all